this is the student workshop. This is an area where students can come down and, with supervision, can use the equipment. These two here are manual lathes. That one, and that one. The way they work is you put your material in here, and that turns. And then the tool will come over and sort of like gouge the material off a piece at a time, and you get these bits of swarf.
Very cool.
So these two, those two, and that one over there, they're the same kind of machine, slightly different sizes, different manufacturers. These two here, these are called milling machines. Yeah. These ones are called turrets, because this is the kind of head on it. The way that works, it's a bit like a glorified drill. You can put the drill in there and you can drill holes with it, like that.
Right, cool.
And then you can then move the work. So you can drill a hole, move it, drill a hole, and then, because it's got digital readouts, it knows where it is.
Right.
You can accurately put the holes in your sort of 2 dimensions there.
Of course, it's got digital readouts, because it looks like a very not
It's an old
digital
machine.
Yeah.
To it.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, nice. Today, I'm at the mechanical workshop in Imperial College London's Department of Chemical Engineering, chatting to Tony Meredith. Tony manages the workshop, and I'm lucky enough to have him show me around and tell me about all the exciting work that goes on here.
The majority of the work we do, we are making pieces of equipment for the research for the students. It ranges from small little intricate pieces to great huge frameworks and anything in between. And then there'll be modifying pieces of equipment that people have bought, and then the research is developed on, so they want the equipment modified, or if something's broken and it's something we can repair, we'll repair the parts for them. Again, this one, the work will turn, and the tools are here,
Yeah.
and they'll come and gouge it out. And what this one's quite clever is it's got multiple tools in it, so when it wants to use a different tool, it will turn around and gauge another tool. So
Right.
you can actually make things where you can put the work in, run it, and it will do all the machining and then cut it off.
Right.
And it's even got a thing that comes out, like an arm that will come out and catch the work,
Yeah.
and it trundles along and comes out like a little window at the side.
Oh, cool. It's amazing.
Not that long ago, we made a little stage where it had dual action adjustment. So as they wound one, both pieces moved, so it could pull a piece apart. That's not a very big thing, but it was quite intricate, and that was quite satisfying to make. We've made great big frameworks where they were testing gases and pressurised liquids at very high pressure, and they were checking to see the effects of these liquids going through control valves and relief valves, and that was a really big piece of equipment. That it was so dangerous it had to be run up in the British Gases testing ground up near Newcastle. All sorts of weird and wonderful things. This is what we call our pipe shop. So it's where we build big frameworks. We've got big pieces of equipment over here.
Right.
This is a guillotine. Cut up into this bit, scrap that up. Guillotine something for you. Right, that's a bit of 3mm thick aluminium.
Right.
It's got a stop on the back, so it's saying it's going to cut off about 79mm.
Right.
Ready?
Wow. That's very cool. It just fell off. How thick can you cut with this?
3mm mild steel, 3mm aluminium, 2mm stainless steel.
Wow.
But it will do a full sheet, big sheet.
Very cool. Very cool.
You've got a piece next door, which is the student workshop, where if students want to come down and do something themselves, then we can accommodate them in there. Sometimes students will come down with something fairly simple and they're a little bit timid, they're not quite sure if they can do it. With a little bit of guidance, that often they're up and running very quickly, and you see the sort of confidence build in them, and then it's really pleasant when they come back down again and they want something else which may be a little bit more complicated. It's nice to see the students develop. But if it's something that's too complicated for the students to do themselves, then that's when the job would be booked into the workshop, and the job will then be assigned to a technician, and the technician will then liaise with the student. Then we can then come up with a plan and do a design. Then one of the technicians will make all the components and then assemble it and then give it to the student for testing.
And what would you say to students who maybe haven't used the workshop yet and are a little bit timid about coming in here?
I would say that they should come down and we can have a chat with them, find out exactly what they want. And often people, they don't understand what they can do themselves, and we'll show them what they can do, and then they realise actually they can do even more than they thought.
Chem Eng Introductions was presented by Lily Shepherd for Imperial College London's Department of Chemical Engineering.